Welcome, in front of me is a Huawei Y5P, and today I'll go over unboxing along with an overview of the device. So to get started, this is the box that it comes in, obviously. Let's pop it open quickly. Now at the top here, nothing here. You only got some specifications of the device right here, but I can't get a focus on it. Then you got the phone itself, so let's take it out, set it on the side for now. Then you got the email sticker, and then you got the Huawei services, what they first pair, whatever. And then on the other side you got the app gallery, so this is actually interesting, them basically giving you a way to port your old apps to the new device with the phone clone. And from what I've used this, it's a fairly good, one of the better ones when it comes down to moving your device apps. It doesn't just move the apps, it also moves their data. So if you ever tried, for instance, moving a paid app, it will usually go back to being locked. While using phone clone, you can also select all the files and basically certifications. So when you move it, it's going to be still unlocked as it was on your device. Then you also have the app gallery, which is the Huawei's version of Play Store, because this device doesn't come with a Play Store. And more apps, smart way to install apps. Not really sure what that is about, but whatever. So I just drop that on this side. Then we got just paperwork. We don't care about that. Then you got the, what is it? I think it's a 10-watt charger, if even. No, it's a 5-watt charger. So this is utter garbage, I would say. It's basically as efficient as your computer USB port. And the charging cable is, well, most certainly not 2020. As you can see, it's the old charging for like the old phones. So that's kind of disappointing. But the device costs €100, so I wouldn't really expect much. Although I would still expect a Type-C. It probably won't cost them that much more to just get a better connectivity on it. This just kind of seems like a skimp out for no reason. I just set that aside. There was nothing in there apart from that. Even though the device has a headphone jack, it doesn't come with headphone jack. And for the €100, I wouldn't really probably want their headphones, honestly. But when it comes down to the phone itself, the device is has a 5.4-inch display with a resolution of 720 by 1440, and it comes out to be 73.8% screen to body ratio, so it's nothing really mind-blowing there. It's kind of like a better shelf all the devices before they started going for like this amazing screens, basically full screen display on the front. And it also has a 295 pixels per inch on an LCD display, so you're also not getting any kind of amazing display here. Then moving on, you have an 8 megapixel main shooter, 5 megapixel front shooter. So you can see this is the back one. Now, I'm not sure if this is a depth sensor or not. Couldn't really find any info about it. It doesn't really look like a camera, especially with that hole in there, so I don't know what that is. But you have the 8 megapixel shooter right here. Then you got the 2 gigabyte RAM on this device, so you're not gonna get much on this. It's kind of hilariously small for 2020 with a Helios P22, and it has 3020 milliamp battery. So I would say this is a fairly decent battery for the specs of this device. It has a fairly unremarkable specifications, so they won't really need much power to it. So the battery should last a fairly decent amount of time, honestly. And going back to the cameras, well, I was at it before. The main one, that was the 8 megapixel, can shoot at 1080p 30 frames with an autofocus. And then you have the 5 megapixel front that can also shoot at 1080 30 frames. I wouldn't really expect anything more from this. This is a I believe probably one of the lowest prices you can get on the device right now. That is respectable, and it comes with Android 10, so keep that in mind that this has an Android 10, so basically the newest version of it, which honestly is really kind of mind-blowing for the price and the well, little budget specs of it. And apart from that, the device has a built-in 32 gigs of storage, and also it is expandable via the SD card, so you can get further more storage on this if you need it. Apart from that, there's not much more to say to it. It works like a budget device. Don't expect anything flagship out of this. Photos probably won't be coming out fairly good on it, but I got here's a nice little subject to photograph. So let's pop the photos, see how it actually comes out. Let's allow this stuff here. I'm not really trying to pop anything masterpiece here, just trying to, and now I have to say the images are a bit too saturated, but other than that, at least at this range, the sharpness is good, although it blurs it out and below here, and it starts looking really weird, as you can see right here. And then if you go back to the first picture, similar result. I'm not sure if it's worse than that, but still the saturation is well, all over the place, and it's lacking a little bit of that detail in here. So it loses, I guess, fairly decent looking photo, but it lacks the detail, the grain to it. It just kind of blends, like the red color. It's just kind of just a mush of redness there, nothing to it. Then I'm guessing to the video it's gonna be just as bad. Let's see, so you can go 1080p. Let's do that. It's not like I have a choice with frame rates here, so let's check this out. I'm gonna just pan out around here, see how it looks. Okay, so let's quickly look how this looks like. Let's allow this. So the moment you're moving, it completely loses focus. Everything looks kind of blurry when you're moving the camera. Just when you stop, it actually regains the sharpness, I would say. The frame rate, unremarkable, but then, like I said, it's a €100 phone, so decent enough that it does 1080p 30. It's a single camera, so not much detail it pulls out comparing to like other devices that rack 5 different cameras. So yeah. So yeah, that would probably sum up the device. You got to see the photos of it, video. Now, one thing that I'll also add, if I haven't, although I did at the beginning, it does not have Google Play Store, so you're stuck with the app gallery, which is right here. And if you don't have an app right here, you'll probably need to start looking for the alternative, or well, that app as an APK online, just a cracked version of it or something like that, because you won't be able to get it any other way. If it's not on the app gallery, you can't find it on the net, you won't be able to have it. So a little bit disappointing here, but hopefully they can pull more apps back to the app gallery, as they have been doing that for the entire time. So yeah. Now, when it comes to the device, honestly, this is probably the cheapest you can get for in terms of price for what you get in the package. It won't look anything amazing. It looks like a budget device. It runs like a budget device, but it runs well for how much you pay for it. So if you're looking for something really cheap that works, this is probably the device for you. Now, I have also tried the Y6. As you can see right here, I have the box right now. I also made a video about that one. It looks a little bit better in terms of it. Also has a better cameras, I would say, that capture, well, better photos, obviously. But if cameras aren't your key concern about it, and you don't feel like paying about $50 or $40 more, and just want to have the bare minimum, this probably would be the device for you. If you want to shove out a little bit more, the Y6 is obviously a better choice. It has more RAM, better display, better cameras, overall everything better, I would say. Although the processor is, I think, the same from what I remember, so that will retain. But yeah, so before I finish this off, we can get a look at the device around. So on the front you got the grill right here, the selfie camera, and some kind of light sensor. If I can, let me just try to clean this off. So this didn't help much. There's barely visible light sensor right here on the front, so let's just take my word for it. And yeah, I have the display bezels around, as you can see. They're not small, at least not for 2020. On the side right here we got the SIM tray, also expandable storage like I said. Then on the right side you got the power key, volume rockers, and that's about it. At the bottom you have the disappointing charging port, microphone, and at the top you just got headphone jack, which is kind of a nice thing to see if you're still using wired headphones. And at the back you have the flash camera, and this could be actually a microphone. I'm not sure, guessing, but there's a possibility this is a microphone. So yeah, then you got the branding on the bottom, which is actually, it's not, like, it actually isn't printed on here, so you can hear it that when you're scratching on it. And yeah, so this would basically sum up the overview of the device. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.